Gentlemen, it's time to roast. Or rate. Because you guys kind of got the hang of this whole kit building thing. But that's right, episode 13, spooky number of Roast Your Kit. And when I say the competition has never been this tight, you better believe it. We have 10 killer kits here, as well as a few honorable mentions. So let's start it right off with number 10. Number 10 comes from a longtime fan of my Discord, Famine. With 18 votes, he is the pinnacle of East Coast Airsofter. He remembers when Green Mountain Rangers was all the rage and has run with it ever since. Yet, he's not even in the Northeast. Kind of ironic, and I'm gonna bring that up every time he submits. But his kit does look fantastic, especially with some of the new Cry AOR1 stuff he's got. He's running an FMA Fast SF one with a Pharaoh NVG pack and a couple other goodies. His base layer is the Cry Navy Custom Gen 3 AOR1 combat shirt, and that thing is gorgeous. And depending on the mood he's in, he'll either run the Cry G2 Navy Combat Pants, Patagonia, Old Gen Pants, or some other repros. He has excellent choice in footwear with the Solomon Speedcross 5s. Whenever I get the chance to run those boots, trail running shoes, I absolutely will. Hands down, some of my favorites. But his carrier is kind of where it gets cool. He's rocking an Eagle MMA CR in AOR1. I've been on a big AOR1 kick, and I don't want to blame this guy, but for some reason I really like it lately. Different pouches and accessories, like things from LBT, Blue Force gear, and custom-made things. He does really well with the accessories despite it not being an impression, with medical equipment, seatbelt cutters, shoulder pads, and different radio accessories. It's definitely an elevated, non-airsoft kit. Because even though it's used for airsoft, it does have that realistic look to it. But the most cursed part of this build, and something that totally makes me hate it, is the Stoner 63 that's chopped. Quite literally, chopped. That thing is not looking good. It is one of the most meta airsoft builds that you can do. And the Stoners are ridiculously expensive now. So to take one and to bastardize it in the way that you have is sinful to say the least. But I understand it. It's an LMG for holding a corner of a building, but also clearing the rooms. It is airsoft meta, and I know I've already said that, but there's no other way to describe it. So as much as I love everything else, you definitely take East Coast Airsofter to the max. So this one's gonna get a 4 out of 5 for me. Mostly because I like the AOR one. That Stoner's not doing anything for you. And now we move to a more traditional desert style kit. This one came in also with 18 votes, and it's from FrankyPeppers. Again, if you're on the Discord, he's an active member and a Patreon supporter, so shout out to him. But he's rocking sort of an old school CAG look, but it's GWOT style. He notes it's not an impression kit, and while we have taken a look at his gun before, I actually like this one a little bit better because he removed the carry handle, and he went for more of that M4 vibe. So the accessories, I'd say, are a good upgrade, Frankie. On top, he's running a police surplus point blank vest with plate pouch and a DCU SDS rack. This chest rig combo, going for that slick tan armor with a DCU carrier on top, oh man. It again is very GWOT. It's almost like you watched the movie Warfare and said, that's the one. You've got a lot of other accessories on it. Again, a lot in that DCU. I know you've been building this out for a while, and I think it all came together really well. Like the PRC 126 pouch and the frag pouches, a sustainment pouch, you have Nomex gloves, a single ear headset, which screams early GWOT, and a raid modded DCU blouse. I do really like, in addition to the DCU blouse that was raid modded by, I think, Pick himself, you've got poking out from the bottom, holding your equipment, a TGL grab tab. Shout out to you. I use mine every day. You mentioned that even though this is your first kit submission, you're probably going to do more because you're looking to get a proper radio and belt setup. And I gotta say, the people have spoken. They like this kit. And truthfully, I do too. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else run that DCU rig. And everything looks very intentional, which I think is one of the things that makes an airsoft loadout not look like an airsoft loadout. Little accessories like the chem lights or the strobe light or the PTT really help elevate it. And I appreciate that about what you put together. One thing I would love to see is a little bit more DCU on the pouches. You've got some going on, and that looks awesome. You definitely have a mixed surplus store vibe with some of them. Then again, it's your own kit. It's GWOT style, so they ran all different colors, really. I like it, man. Gonna get a 4.5 out of 5. The next one came out with one extra vote at 19, and this is from Rebel Spirit. And guys, there is something in here that is absolutely stunning. But Rebel Spirit sent in sort of his real gun patrol kit. He's rocking an Arc'teryx Leaf balaclava, the balaclava of my father, and a wool beanie. He's got a proper M81 BDU top and true spec Coyote BDU bottoms, with some Merrill boots, another good choice. But what makes his kit really cool is his belt setup. He actually did a video on his channel on this, and I highly recommend you check this out, but his Caracaju belt is dyed. It's originally a coyote brown, but the way he did it, sort of a tie-dye black thing, makes it look like a custom tiger stripe. I actually asked him when he first submitted it, hey, what camo is this? Because this is really cool. And he said, it's a custom thing. And that makes a kit like this beautiful. It's like everything you expect in a camo, but nothing you've ever seen before. The mix of the yellow, dark brown, and hints of coyote sprinkled throughout make it look really cool. Moving all of your weight from the operator plate carrier to more of a sustainment approach is really what a lot of people are doing, and I can appreciate this aspect here especially. So in an unprecedented turn, I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 5 for me. I would 100%, I would run this hands down. Rebel Spirit, fantastic job. Thanks for sending it in. And if you guys are curious, go check out his video. The next one came out with one more vote. I told you guys this competition was tight. And Cherry sends in something kind of interesting. With 20 votes, we get a Polish SOF inspired kit. And I think it's the Bane mask that gives you the most bonus points here. You have a lot of reproduction gear, which again, is no problem, but the way you make it look realistic and useful, I think is what helps it kind of fit the build. The FMA Maritime helmet and the Wilcox mount. Usually I hate on dummy night vision, but again, it looks good here. And all the flashlights and strobes, and then that SOTR mask. Little heavy, little stormtroopery, but it works. Your uniform is really what makes this a Polish style kit in my opinion, with the DKWS 117 combat pants and the DWS combat shirt. His plate carrier is a Templar's Gear TPC Gen 4 with a bunch of custom and unknown pouches. It definitely is an operator style kit. What I think is really cool about your kit though is the Salvo Precision MCX Spear. I don't like how those things feel, but as you guys have known from the Roast Your Build series, I love how they look, especially in this bronze color. Cherry, I'd love to see you start replacing some of that repro stuff with real stuff, but you don't have to. I think you did a really good job incorporating it into your loadout, and it looks simple and effective. It's a little vanilla in the grand scheme of things, but it's Polish style, so gets a little bit of a bonus here. My Polish fiance is gonna kill me if I don't say otherwise. Just kidding, she wouldn't. I'm safe, guys, I promise. So I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 5 for me. I like it, it's operator, little vanilla, but it gets some brownie points here and there. And you guys won't believe it, but beating it out by 1 vote is our 6th place submission. And this is old school CAG, and hands down one of my favorite kits in this list. I've gotten kind of some pushes from people to go towards the 2000 Delta stuff, and that's a whole ballgame I haven't even thought about joining really, but I've seen photos and it looks cool. This is Meisley's early 2000s Delta Direct Action Kit. In his opinion, the best era ever. Debatable, but when you submit something like this, it's kind of hard to argue. His clothing includes a regular raid modded BDU, which I'm not wearing mine today, weird. Go check out TGL equipment though. Early mechanics gloves, Adidas GSG9 boots, super jealous of those are awesome boots. Haven't been able to get my hands on them, but you've also got 3rd gen Alta knee pads. Old school vibes, already in effect. Your second line includes a Mitch 2000. You know that one day you'll find an era correct CGF. I'm not sure what a CGF is. Let me know in the comments below. I'm actually not sure at all. You have an Animus mount and LPBP. Once again, another acronym, I don't know. And Peltor Comtac ones with a boom mic. His head setup, again, is iconic 2000 Special Forces stuff, but the belt and plate carrier are really where the cool stuff happens. On your belt, you have a custom-made black breacher bag. One of my buddies has one of these from Squadron Sew Shop, and it's such a cool look, I gotta start making those myself. You've also got a custom-made shotgun holster and a 3004 1911 plus 610R holster. And my God, I cannot imagine how much that thing cost you. 1911 3004s are through the roof pricey, and you definitely committed to the bit, but I love your plate carrier even more. It's a fully kitted out Woodland AWS Trauma. I'm assuming that's the name of the plate carrier. But you've got 5 flashbangs, an IFAC emitter, and old gen U94 PTT. I also want to know what those mag pouches are up front. They look really easy and simple to make. Again, reminds me of the old school AWS stuff. So I'm sure it's made by them, but does it have a specific name? Moving on to the guns, you have an 870 shot with a DIY bungee sling. I do that for my 2013 KSK stuff, so I can totally see what you're going for here, as well as a 1911 with a 610R light and an M4A1. PEC 2 up top that looks like a holographic optic. It's not an EOTech. Maybe it's an EOTech, one of the old gen ones. I want to learn about this kit. You have submitted something that's stunning, definitely eye-catching, and very realistic looking. I'm sure it cost you a pretty penny, and that's why you definitely earned the 6th place spot. It's an impression build that I love. We love those on the channel. Nice job. 5 out of 5 for me. And now we're at the top 5. Before we get to the top 5, I want to mention something to you guys. Roast Your Build and Roast Your Kit are series that we do alternating every month. And submissions for them are not on any email like in the old videos or even my Instagram. That thing got clogged up so fast. Now it's up to you guys what gets roasted. That's right, submitting these on the Discord. Once you get to my Discord, it's in the description below. Scroll all the way down and you'll see the Roast Your Kit and Roast Your Build submissions. For the month of February 2026, that's when you can submit for episode 14 of Roast Your Kit. That's right, get them in by February 28th. And here's what you submit. Once you're down in that Discord channel, all you have to do is submit some kit pictures and a generalized kit list. Something that can give me some ideas and details about what you've got going on. Doesn't have to be an impression, doesn't even have to be airsoft, but as long as it's something that fits the bill and will get the votes, I think you'll be in a good spot. If you do have any social medias you want me to plug as well, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna use your Discord name. Don't forget those 3 things, because otherwise, no one's gonna be able to vote on them. That's right, only the top 10 get roasted, or rated. Again, you guys are really good at this. Anybody in the community can vote, you can vote for your others, all with that fire reaction, and February 28th is the deadline. Let's go to those top 5. The next one comes from another Patreon supporter. In fact, this is one of the guys, one of those unit riggers that really gets me interested in making gear too. Good inspiration. And his name is Pick, a popular guy in the TGL community. Now, he also had 21 votes, but with the absolute fan madness that happened in the Discord, I think this one deserves that 5th spot. This is no specific impression, but Pick has made a generic raid kit. On his head, he's running an Ops Core helmet with a Wilcox G24, a laser cut M81 scrim, and some M-frames, comms, and he wants to note the mustache too. His uniform is the Cry G3 pants with a knockoff PCU top. Pig gloves, Merrill Moabs, and Sunto wrist compass kind of completes the overall look. On his torso, he's running the JPC 2.0. Very lightweight carrier, he's got radio wings and 2 TRI PRC 152s. This guy's a radio dude. He's running an Onward Research placard with a gun belt and inner belt, G-code holster, BFG dump pouch, taco-ish mag pouches, and double stack pistol mag pouches. He said no, he's sorry he's not wearing his PRL in this one. One thing that he included that I really like about this kit is rocking a pack. That's something that's overlooked in the whole airsoft LARPer community, is actual sustainment, because everyone wants to be one of those direct action operators. So he picked a really good one with the Eberly stock Low Drag 2. And in it, he mentions he has 1 White Monster, 2 Cinnamon Zin, and other sustainment. Doesn't go into detail, but I think he's got the basics locked down. He's rocking an ICS Mark 18 with attachments that's painted and built by him, and a GMP Stoner 63 in his pack. That's right, he's not gonna be carrying it and chopping it down and making it lightweight. You know who I'm talking to. He's rocking it in addition to his primary. This guy goes hard. But most importantly, he's rocking the Crosswinds gear sling in Tiger Stripe. That's right, he also custom makes his gear and he made one in Tiger Stripe to use in this loadout. It's a good look and I'm sure it rocks. Probably have to go pick one up myself. If you want more details, definitely check out that post. But Pick, you rock it, dude. The fact that you're carrying a rucksack with a spare rifle and all the important sustainment that you mentioned means that you thought this loadout through, but are willing to, bear the burden of being effective. It's a clean look. You almost look like Garantham if he was actually cool. 10 out of 10 bleed out spot for the photos, by the way. I think that's gonna push it to a 5 out of 5. Let me know in the comments. Am I being too nice to my Patreon guys? They just have good taste. What can I say? But in spot number 4, we have a loadout from Klosimer von Laden. And he notes that this is a somewhat Iraq War 2005 to 2006 US Navy SEAL gunner impression kit. And boy, do we love impression kits around here, especially LMG stuff. He's rocking a DCU BDU blouse and pants, of course, with the Raid mod on top. Sometimes he rocks the boonie, but when he has a helmet, it's an ACH Kevlar Repro with Naruto's 3-hole NVG mount, ESS goggles, and an MS-2000 strobe. His carrying system includes the Eagle Industries SF LCS H harness with a ton of Eagle Industries and USGI pouches. All Special Boys stuff, again, the SF LCS stuff, and some MLCS. His armor is the old gen PACA body armor, and he's rocking actual protection plates. Some accessories which really make this an impression kit include the MSA Sword and Supreme, TA-PTT, a PRC 148 dummy, a tourniquet, Leatherman, all the details that we like to see. And his rifle is the A&K M249 Para. But it looks really cool, man, and you know what? You did a fantastic job putting it all together. It's very clearly an impression kit, it's very well thought out, and the stuff looks worn. That's most important. I have no notes, give me 10 more. Nice job, 5 out of 5 again. Did I mention that Klosimer actually had 22 votes, so he beat out the other ones by 1 vote? Again, it's crazy how close these were. And before we get to the top 3 builds, let's go through some honorable mentions. Now, these aren't in any particular order. In fact, these actually didn't even make it to the top 15. But I picked them because they had some unique aspects to them that I appreciated. Like the first one came in with 11 votes from Stron. And this is his Eastern European Militia Light Gunner kit, kind of based on the IMF from Squad. No idea what that is. Video game stuff, I'm sure. But it looks really cool. And I think the mustache with the headband bandana really seals the deal. With 14 votes, we had Beastie, and he has a mid-2000s ODA work in progress kit. I'm not biased for DCU, but I'm a little biased for DCU. What I think drew my attention about this kit was the fact that you had a black chest rig. A lot of early GWOT stuff wasn't necessarily about blending in perfectly. The blacks and the dark colors on light camouflage definitely was a vibe then. And that's what I think I like most about this kit. But then the last honorable mention comes from ONOCCM, I'm gonna spell it out, ONOCCYM, Tursk. And this is a photo set that I've actually seen before. This is a pre-2022 Naval Infantry and Russian Army Engineer Impression Group. They rented out a whole boat for this. And that's dedication to the kit and the pictures. It's very nerdy and geeky to rent out a whole boat for pictures, but it elevates your impressions tenfold. It's a whole bunch of Russian gear, so I'd encourage you to check it out in the submission list. But yeah, man, I love these things. You guys did a great job, and it looks very realistic. And now we get to the top 3 of Roast Your Kit episode 13. The first one comes in with 24 votes, so our third place. And this is from Jaeger. Jaeger is a personal friend of mine, but the fans voted it because he put together an incredible impression kit that you don't really see too much in the US, or really anywhere. This is his 1977 West German Jaeger kit, the Scharfschützen, so a sharpshooter kit, and it's very apparent with his G3. In some pictures, you'll see the Jaeger infantry beret, but others you'll see the M1 Stahlhelm. He's rocking an issued Jaeger rucksack and the issued parka with correct rank tabs and all. He's rocking a 1977 standard infantry loadout harness, which contains things like the shovel, gas mask bag, small combat pack, canteen, combat knife, and mag pouches. Gloves and boots are all correct, but the rifle's really where it stands out. He's got a VFC G3A3 ZF GBBR. I'm sure this thing kicks like a mule, and it must be especially fun with that optic. Like, just your kit list alone got 11 votes, which beats out many other submissions. Like, you did a really good job, and I love the background of this. It's unfortunate to say that a good kit can be overshadowed by the environment that it's in, but my God, it just looks so realistic. For vibes alone, 5 out of 5 for me. The next one comes from Hoovy, and he had 25 votes, putting him in second place. And truthfully, this one actually had the same number of votes as first place, but that's where my kind of opinion came in. And it was really tight. This is his 24th STS PJ kit. I don't know about you guys, but I remember watching the old Pararescue Jumper documentary series that was on, I don't even know what it was on, maybe Discovery Channel, but I loved that thing. But the PJs, since then, I've known and respected what they do so much. So let's talk through what he has. Not pictured, but he has an FMA AOR-1 Maritime helmet with a G30 shroud and mount. He's rocking Comtac 2s and a Hellstar strobe. His Cry JPC 1.0 includes a mid-gen Juggernaut mount, U94 PTT, an Eagle D Markdown 4 pouch, tourniquet pouch, a TRI PRC 152, and a marked triple 40mm grenade pouch. The best part about a PJ kit, or any medical kind of kit, is the medical bag. He's got an old gen TSSI M9 aid bag, which is fully stocked for March protocol. And this is incredible to see. It's an impression kit done well and right because it has not only the outside stuff looking good, but the inside stuff too. His Cry G2 AC combat set, mechanics gloves, and Merrill Moabs complete the look, and it's just a stunning looking kit. I think he did a fantastic job. I would have loved to see the helmet on it because I think it really would have completed the look. But the fact that you've got an aid bag being held there, you did a great job with it, man. Easy 5 out of 5, and I have no notes. Like, this makes me want to build a PJ kit. Good job. That brings us to first place. That's right, with another 25 vote, something about this kit just pushed it right over the edge. And this comes from Jay's CH. This is from Switzerland. And in fact, it's his kit that he uses for real military service, but also shooting in airsoft, which I know, it's biased in that it's a real service kit. It just is fantastic looking. This guy's got really good taste. So I'm gonna read through what he has and let you guys admire all of the stuff he's put together, including a Cry or Kalin Concepts AVS Hybrid, a Pitchfork Flex groin protector and side plates, and that's kind of a thing that we're seeing with the modern war in Ukraine. A lot of groin protectors, so it's cool that it's here. You have a sword roll-up dump pouch, a KC Universal Flap Type 3 with 3 rifle mags and a utility pouch, Juggernaut mount with 2 PTTs, a Falkniven S1 in black, no idea what that is, let me know in the comments below, and a bunch of other pouches, including utility pouches, frag pouches, mag pouches, hydration bladder stuff, and Swiss flags, of course. Your belt is a Warrior Assault System platform with a Warrior low-profile suspender set. Again, more magazine pouches and other generic things. Your helmet includes the airframe with a KC splitter tarn cover. I think the splitter tarn stuff is kind of cool here. With a bunch of other accessories like the TNVC mount, Manta strobe, Unity stuff, and the 4D padding makes it super comfortable. And your rifle setup, despite it being an AK variant in one of these pictures, is kind of cool looking. I can't argue with it there. It's just a well put together kit that definitely has modern military ideas in mind. Not an impression kit of the past, but something that could be used in the battlefield today. And that's, I think, what makes this kit look so cool. It's definitely a deserving winner, as are all the top 10 in this video. I think you guys did such a fantastic job. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with the next set of photos. So those need to be in by February 28th. This is the Gear.Locker. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. This is Roast Your Kit episode 13. See you guys in 14. I don't know why I'm hiding my hand like I'm... Bam!